Well, folks, back up in the stand again. Got a quick word from the tree stand this morning. Lord, forgive me. You may not hunt. You say, well, this ain't nothing to me. It is, just hang on. But in Genesis chapter 27, verse 3, I believe it is, it tells us take up a bow and quiver and go kill some venison. I'm paraphrasing that. Look it up, you can read it. But regardless if you're a hunter or not, it definitely has something to do with you if you're a Christian. And I pray that you are. But, something about the bow. Right here's the bow. Well, we're the bow. We represent the bow. And you got your quiver right here. And that's what holds the arrows. Broadheads, stuff. And the quiver right here represents quiver, what knowledge we have up here of Christ. And the arrows right here, that represents the word. That represents the testimony of Jesus. And if you've been born again, if you're saved, he tells us, I said this yesterday, he tells us multiple times in the New Testament, Jesus does, to deny ourselves, pick up our cross, and follow him. And folks, we're the bow. Your quiver right here, and we should have arrows right here. So I encourage you to go out, load your quiver up with the word, and go out and send some arrows. Send Jesus to everyone you meet. And if you don't know who Jesus is, let me sling an arrow right now at you. Jesus Christ come to this earth, the only sinless person that's ever walked here. And all he done was heal people, made people whole again, and he was crucified and hung on a cross. And he shed his blood for you and me so that we could have eternity with him in heaven. He was buried, and in 3 days he rose again. And then he ascended back to his Father a few days later, but he's coming back. And his word tells us that. And one thing's for sure, you and I are going to leave this place called earth. Death comes to all. Where are you going to spend eternity? In heaven or hell? So I'm shooting my arrow at you right now. If you're lost and you've never asked Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior, I pray that you do that today. You say, well, preacher, how'd I do that? First of all, you got to realize you need a Savior. You got to realize that if you die, you're going to hell. And you go to him and you say, Jesus, please forgive me, in your own words, anyhow you see fit. There's no particular prayer in the Bible. There's no such thing as a sinner's prayer. You say, Jesus, please forgive me of my sins. Come into my heart. Save my soul from a dying hell. And you find you a Bible, and you find you a God-fearing church, and you load your quiver up with his word. And then you go out. When you do that, after you've asked Jesus to come into your life and be your Lord and Savior, then you go out because you're a bow and you need to sling some arrows for Jesus. Tell everybody else about Jesus. Some of y'all may be out there and say, well, I don't have a big, great testimony like so-and-so. Everybody's got a testimony. But if you don't have a testimony, you need to ask Jesus to come into your life and save you. Then you'll have a testimony, I promise. Share Jesus. It's all about Jesus. It's not about your testimony. It's about what Jesus did. It's about Jesus' testimony. Go tell people what Jesus did. And I promise you, it'll change your life. Until next time, be a full draw for Jesus.